Hello. So a lot of times when I go to technology conferences, I'm asked about different learning management system vendors because I've done a lot of consulting in that area. So the question that comes up a lot is somebody will walk up to me and they'll say, I saw this vendor online and I saw that they're called the #1 gamification learning management system, or they're the #1 social learning LMS, so on and so forth. And what do you think of them? Is their product really #1? One thing that I want to tell you about LMSs and just really marketing in general, I don't feel like there's one learning management system that is truly #1. Gartner puts out a great report about different systems within that space. Burson by Deloitte does some things on that as well. Those reports I feel like are not biased. I think they're a good resource for you. I wouldn't necessarily go with advice that you're getting directly from a vendor who's saying that their product is #1. For one thing, I would say that what makes a #1 LMS is whether or not it suits your needs. And your needs are different than the needs of any other organization. So you're going to need a different set of features, you're going to have a different use case. The way that you utilize your technology, it is different than any other organization. So what LMS you're going to need is going to be different from the LMS that suits another company beautifully. Just keep that in mind and know that when you're going through that process and you're selecting a new vendor, it's important to not only listen to the vendor about their own features and what they're offering, but also get some outside validation. So certainly going to reports like Gartner or Burson by Deloitte, that's very important. You can go online and do research. I would suggest that you do kind of a broad spectrum of research if you're looking at something. So rather than relying on one consultant who maybe wrote an article, look at the overall feedback within the industry and try to get references directly from companies who have used that product. Meaning, go to an LMS vendor that you are considering and say, can you give me some names of some companies who have used your product before, preferably in a similar industry to yours, and see if that person or that company will talk to you directly about their experience. Ask them some questions about, timeliness, communication, whether that vendor responded to their service tickets and helped them roll out their product on time. Different things like that, and just get an overall feel for whether that LMS vendor is giving you an honest read on the situation. Most LMS vendors are very honest. I have a lot of friends who are vendors, and I'm not saying at all that you shouldn't take things at face value. I'm just saying this is a major purchase, and like you would buying a car, you should ask some questions about it, particularly considering a lot of these systems cost 6 figures, sometimes even more if you've got a big company. Just basically be aware that when you're looking through information, reports, advice that you're getting from consultants, the vendors, references, and so on, think through what the motivation is of the person who's giving you that information. What I mean by that is there are a lot of entities that get paid money by vendors to basically have a particular opinion or present something with a positive slant. So when you're looking at information, like you would with anything else, just take that in with a little degree of skepticism and really do your research before you engage in that contract. Take your time, really feel like you've got a good gut feeling about that vendor, that they're going to be supportive of your organization before you take that next step. I hope this advice has been helpful, and if you would, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and definitely comment if you have some other advice about selecting a learning management system or working with service level agreements. Thank you.